Hello and welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute-a-day podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse, recorded here in the dining room of the Bible Bistro, located in Sharonville, Ohio. Hey there friends, welcome back to Daily Dose Radio here in the Bible Bistro. And today in the Bible Bistro we are looking at Psalm 15, and we're going to be in verse 4 today. Now, Psalm 15 is all about the redeemed. This is a definition of the redeemed. We start with the question, who can sojourn in your tabernacle? Who can dwell in your holy mountain? And then it's answered, that question is answered from verse 2 all the way down to verse 5. This is the man that can do it. The one who is the way verse 2 begins. The one who, and then we have walks in perfection, does righteousness, speaks truth in his heart, takes no slander upon his tongue. He does no evil to his neighbor. He does not lift up a reproach against the one who lives near him. So we've made it through 6 of the 12. So today we're going to take up 4 more of these items that define the redeemed. So verse 4, beginning with number 7 here. With his eyes he despises the reprobate, but those that fear the Lord he honors. He swears to his hurt, but he does not change. We began with the heart there at the end of verse 2. Okay, so that's where we're starting. We go to the tongue. What are you saying? How are you speaking? What's it look like? And then we come here to verse 4, and we go to the eyes. The eyes, he despises the reprobate. So let me ask you a question, listener. What are you doing with your eyes? Do they despise the reprobate, or do they look on them with envy and maybe a little longing? You want what they have. You want what they can do. You want the freedom that they display. The rebellion seems attractive. All of that. What are you doing with your eyes? Or do you look on them and say, the fool has said in his heart, there is no God? See, the reprobate should be despised in our eyes. Now, some of the ancient commentators take this to mean Satan himself. That we're to look on Satan and his things, whatever those are, whether those are people or material. It doesn't matter. Whatever the things of the enemy are, those are the things that we should despise. They should be, as it says here, reprobate to us. They despise the reprobate. So all of Satan's toys and choice morsels, ladies and gentlemen, is ours to freely despise as we look on them. Again, this is a condition of the heart. Just like the tongue is a condition of the heart, so the eyes reveal a condition of the heart. But those that fear the Lord, he honors. So not only is the redeemed man despising the reprobate, but he is looking at the ones who fears the Lord, and he honors them. So you see the difference, a little contrast there. On one side you have the reprobate, those who follow all the things of the devil and Satan. And then you have on the other side those that fear the Lord and follow the Lord. And one group is despised and the other group is honored. So which one are you doing? With your eyes, are you honoring those that fear the Lord? He swears to his hurt. Now we've all been here, haven't we? This is the thing that happens to us in life, during life, as we live. We make a promise and then we say, ooh, I wish I had made that promise. Because we realize that the promise is more, perhaps, than we can deliver, or it involves more than we wanted to be engaged in. And so we make a promise, and instead of backing out of that promise, you go ahead, you make sure that you keep the promise, because your name is worth more to you, and the name of your Lord is worth more to you than your own comfort and your own security. And so even though it's going to hurt to keep the promise, you go ahead and keep it because you've made the promise. And so you want your name, your word, and the reputation of your Savior to be secured. So whether it's good for you or not, whether it hurts or not, no matter what you made the promise, you keep the promise. So that's the 9th item here. He swears to his hurt. You don't do this on purpose, of course. You don't swear to your hurt just to be doing it. But when it happens this way, you stand up for what you've said. You agree with what you have promised. but he does not change. So here we have the promise. This goes right along with that third phrase. He swears to his hurt, but he does not change because he's made a promise. And so instead of backing out, see, that's what would happen here if you changed. Instead of backing out, you stick with it. You are as constant as the arrow. You fly straight. There's no crookedness in your words. Your promise is true, whether it benefits you or not. And you're going to do it, and you're not going to change from what you've said. Because your words, you're trying to be like his words. His words don't change. When he makes a promise and a statement, it's eternal. Now, our promises and statements aren't eternal, but they need to be just as consistent as his. So, there you go. That's 7, 8, 9, and 10. Tomorrow, we'll take up verse 5 and look at the 11th and the 12th items in my list of the definition of the redeemed here on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. For more fresh and delicious Bible studies, podcasts, books, and more, check out the Bible Bistro online and on YouTube. Join me again next time for Daily Dose Radio.